Welcome back to wook+live. What's up, guys?
How we doing?
God damn, Kev, that fucking face you made in that bit is the funniest shit ever. I was like, I don't know if I was like really in the mood to like get going, and then I saw you like, whoa, I almost pissed myself. Fucking brilliant.
I have a whole collection of pictures of me and the kids on roller coasters. They charge you like $15 at the end of the roller coaster for a picture of you. And I always was like, make the dumbest face you can when we get to the camera because they warn you 5 seconds till camera or whatever.
Well, it's cool that we were able to make it out to a theme park to record that bit. I mean, right? I think we're really rounding the corner. We're really getting there. That's right. But yeah, so I guess some housekeeping business just to get it out of the way. Dawn, our scheduled guest for tonight, unfortunately fell under the weather. She's not feeling so well. She's sick. So we're going to keep it casual tonight. Just hang out with us and, you know, see how it goes. But I think it'll be all right. She really was wanting to be on. She was really excited to be on, and we'll have her back. I told her we could reschedule it. I didn't want her to like, she's like, oh, come on anyway, but I'm not feeling it. And I was like, no, if you're not feeling well, push it. It's not worth it.
You don't want to do that.
Not for this silly ass show.
Right. Oh, we got a lot of things to bracket.
Yeah, we're rounding out the Sweet 16. We have the new Marvel show coming up after this, so stay tuned for that. I don't know. We got all sorts of shit going on. Chad's still doing his top secret whatever. I don't even know what he is doing, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's really important. So he'll be hopefully back next week. We'll see. But anyway, so I didn't type it. I should type it here. We're gonna bring back word of the day, and the word of the day is so today, if you see that word or hear that word, go ahead and drink, do what you need to do.
Does it count the plus down there on wook+.com?
Well, that's a conundrum.
Well, I think that's the social drink, right? Everybody have the social drink.
Social.
That's how it works, right?
That is how it works.
Yeah.
So right before we came on, we were talking, and I really liked this conversation. I kind of wanted to jump right into it. Was ground scores, and the question you guys were telling stories about various ground scores, and the question I had was, how long do you have to wait before, and where's the line of like, do I look to see who this belongs to, or is it yours automatically? Where is that line at?
That's a good question, because when I was telling my story, I kind of felt like a dick all of a sudden. I was like,
so you want to tell your story again?
The guy in front of me. Yeah, I can do it real quick. So my ground scores we were telling our best ground score stories, and mine was on the way to see the Dead in Oakland back in 93, I think it was. We ran out of weed in Tahoe because we got stranded in Tahoe. So we ate all the mushrooms, smoked all the weed, got into Oakland. Right before we hit Oakland, we got in a car accident in my buddy's VW bus, smashed in the whole front end of the bus. So we kind of got into the parking lot of the show in rough shape, no weed, no anything. And we're walking into the show just like, fuck, at least we made it. And the guy in front of me reaches in his pocket, pulls his hand out and drops like a baggie on the ground in front of us and just keeps walking. And I think I was the only person that saw it because I just put my foot over it and stood there and grabbed my buddy's arm and was like, just wait a second, stand here for a second. And the guy kept walking, and then I bent down, picked it up, and it was like a full quarter of weed. It was just like...
I am really conflicted, T, because it's not a ground score. That's straight up falling out of
Well, that's true. That's true. But it's literally on the ground, so it was a score. Like, it was my
yeah, and if I were out for that, like, I can see where you're coming from.
Did you feel guilty?
I didn't at the time at all. It was like one of those, like, God is like smiling on us. Like, it was like karma, like it came back to me
that
finally.
That guy was probably a dick anyway.
Right, exactly. I felt like I haven't paid it forward or made up for it since, or like, re-karma it. I think it was probably because I used to always miracle people at shows anyway, so it was finally coming back around to me.
I'm going to send you my address so you could pay it forward.
Definitely. Do it. I'll do it.
My way.
I stood there for 2 hours Found
Where?
a Guadi pouch that had $600 cash and 4 tickets in it. No ID, no credit card, nothing. Just the tickets.
Wait.
in the
Where
cash.
were you? Were you in the lot or
RFK 92?
dead fish?
Dead. Yeah, dead. RFK 92. And I stood there in the rain for like 2 hours waiting for somebody to come back looking for something. I didn't see anybody. I went home with that shit.
Now, Kev, if there had been a license in the wallet, would you have reached out?
I
to that
would have.
person?
I would have mailed the license back with a letter saying that I had the pouch instead of throwing that shit because I don't trust those people. And yes, I would have spent the $10 to send it to her. Priority mail.
I think
guess
that's fair. I think you do
Yeah.
that kind of shit, and people typically, I think, pay it back in kind, right? Like if you can get it back. But I
You
think
know how good it feels, like if you lose your phone and someone turns it in. So, like at Coachella, I
Yeah.
turned in people's phones before, and they found, like it's definitely one of those things where you like to help. I don't, you don't
yeah.
do it on
Well,
purpose.
except your situation that you were saying before, you were already on a bad situation, right?
Right.
You got a car accident, you had no bud. I get it. I shouldn't say
Right.
that, but I get it.
No, yeah. I mean, if we were rolling in there with already, I don't know. Yes, I should have probably grabbed the guy and been like, "Hey, man, you dropped this," and then, but I was young, man. I was in
I
college.
think you've set your just in the year I've known you. I think you've set your wheel right on that. So
Yeah.
I think you're.
I mean,
you're a
goes
good
around,
guy.
comes around. Right?
it does. What about you, Llama? Where are you at on that?
On my best ground score?
And what is a ground score?
Well, I went to go use the ATM once and somebody had left their money in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like $80. I was like, well, sweet.
Pizza time.
I feel like in
What'd
that
you buy with
case
80?
too, you do a quick look. If there's nobody there,
Yeah. No.
it's yours.
Right, but with a bank, you can always go the next day and say who was in the front of me at this time.
Yeah, but that's like one of those things that you
That's
just
so
do at the
much
post
trouble.
office. I feel like if you went in the office and turned that in, we're like, "Oh, somebody left this cash in the ATM.
Yeah.
Here you go." The guy'd be like, "Oh,
That's
thanks."
Right on.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll make sure it's
exactly.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, they came the next day. Sure, no
Yeah,
problem.
exactly. Sure thing.
Would it be
Llama, what'd you
crazy
do
if
with the-
these people were in the chat, by the way? Like, oh my god, I
son of a
lost
bitch, that was my
$600
weed!
tickets on RFK in '94.
Right. I'm out to get you now, motherfucker.
Oh,
I can't believe, actually, while we're talking about good karma, I can't believe you let the wine people know that they were sending you free wine. So some company, they do that mail order wine bottles. What was the company?
Naked Wine.
Naked Wine was. Keva did the subscription. I guess decided he didn't want to pay or it was too expensive, whatever. Canceled it, and they kept sending you wine. Right? How long did they send that to you?
I got January, February, and March. When I got the last box last month, I sent him an email and was like, "What's up, guys?" And I haven't heard back from him yet. So who knows? I mean, I went through the whole process and canceled it. They aren't taking cash out of my, account.
You're a
They
good guy.
make you do that. They make you do that, whatever automatic withdrawal thing.
Oh yeah.
Kev, someone in the chat's calling you out there.
Oh, right. Well, I assumed it was a her because it was a Guadi pouch. I don't know. I've never
It's a
carried
Guadi.
one around. I carried a wallet around with me. If it was a wallet, I would have called it a dude, I guess.
What's a Guadi pouch?
Like they're little makeup cases that had the Guatemalan pattern on them and a little zip top.
Like a clutch?
Yeah.
It was about this big. It was as big as the fit, like the money, it was not that
yes,
big.
a clutch.
Thank you,
A
Llama.
clutch, I guess.
I feel like Llama needs to be the translator sometimes.
I always called them Guadi pouches because everyone wore those stupid clothes. God, I hated the Guadi clothes. It was not my look. You know what I'm talking about from
I have no idea what
Guatemala?
you're talking
On the
about.
lot, they used to sell all these Guatemalan clothes that had these patterns, like Aztec patterns down the sides of
Oh,
them.
that's cool.
And these little pouches look like that. They had these cool little hand-woven designs. Because you can go to Guatemala and buy them for pennies on the dollar and sell them on dead lot for $3-4 a piece. And you pay like 10 cents for them.
Seems like a lot of effort, though, to go all the way down to Guatemala for you're in an import business for dead lot. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, you gotta make that money somewhere. And you get to go to Guatemala, 2-3 times a year. Buy a bunch of shit.
Was that you?
That's right.
No, I never did that.
He wasn't the mule.
I really
was
wish
not
we had
the
planned this
mule.
out ahead of time because I'd love to have a Guadi pouch slogan bit. We don't. I'm sorry for even teasing it, but if you tune in a couple weeks, I guarantee you we're gonna do that.
Somewhere in the future.
Throwback to this episode.
Oh,
Guadi.
Since I feel like you guys don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
I never know what you're talking about.
Never do.
I-
Never do.
Well, that's
That's
because
the
you make
beautiful
up
part.
words like a Guadi pouch. How is anybody going to know what a Guadi pouch is? That's a Kevin word.
Anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? Somebody hook me up. Come on.
That's gonna be a
man.
resounding
There you go.
no.
Oh, there you go.
go.
See, I'm not that crazy. Thank you, Brad.
I think
At
I'm
least
just
I
a
got
noob.
someone-
I'm just too young. I can't keep
Too
up.
young, yeah, too young for that, man.
It was-
I
and
couldn't. Go ahead.
people did the white things. They were like hoodies, but they were like white. I don't even remember what they're called.
Like a
People used to have these hippie looks, huh?
like a poncho.
Yes, a poncho, I guess. It was a Sears poncho.
I'm just. You're trying to describe the
A
big
drug
Lebowski
rug.
right now.
Yes, a drug rug.
See, they know. The chat's got you.
The chat's got. At
Thank
least
God
someone's
for the
with me.
chat. Thank God.
Yeah.
They know what Kev's talking about.
Yeah. So the other idea we brought up in the green room. Is that really what it's called? That seems weird calling it a green room.
Well, everybody has their green screens up.
The green screen room. I like
Green
this.
screen. There you go.
This was a pitch from Llama, and I think it's a good conversation because I think there's some depth to it. Is a wook video game. Llama, do you want to explain the premise of this idea?
Okay, so the premise is that you come onto the lot as like a newbie, and
So it's
you
like an
gotta work-
RPG game.
Yeah. Think of like Grand Theft Auto or something like that, where like you just enter the scene and you got to work your way up. So you're like clean cut,
Like Elder Scrolls, but like Wook Scrolls or something.
something, yeah. And you basically just got to like work your way up and get heady by doing and completing different tasks.
So what would be an example of a task or a mission you'd be set on?
Yeah,
Who would be
Elder.
giving you your task, right? Like there's usually like a role. Would it be like an elder wook or something? It'd be like this wise sage.
The chemist, the guy making the
Well, like-
acid.
It turns out it's like Mickey Hart, who's just like,
You show up on lot and you're like, you're looking for stuff. You're looking for a way into the show or like to earn money or something, and you run into like the nitrous mafia.
30 minutes
and
to
the
show
guy's
time.
like,
You have no
right,
money.
the guy's
no
like,
drugs,
you
and
need
no
to-
tickets.
I need you to sell 75 balloons after the
Yeah.
show type
Yeah,
thing.
I'll get
So
you
then that's
in.
your mission.
You start
Yeah,
off flipping grilled
exactly.
cheese, and then you're selling balloons, and then
Right.
Start off with
Ice
grilled
cold.
yeah,
Ice cold
cheese. You
balloon.
start
Ice
off
cold
with water
face.
bottle. You're selling water.
But no, that's,
Outside
yeah,
after the
it's-
show, you gotta
you
leave
get
the
you get the
encore.
Guadi bag. You're selling Guadi bags.
You have to
It's a
leave
lot of-
during the encore because you got to sell water, and you have to be standing there right at the
Get
exit.
it? What's the
catch everybody.
prize at the end, Llama? What's the main? What's your main? Like saving the princess. What's your main accomplishment?
Oh,
To win in this.
ooh. To be a groupie.
To get
Yeah,
to
like-
get
I
on
don't
tour,
wanna-
to be like a roadie,
Yeah,
a roadie.
Like
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
work my
drugs
way
with
up
the
to suck
band
dick.
backstage at separate.
Right.
Unbelievable. You're going to work your way all the way up to suck dick. No.
Kev's like, that's where you start. That's not the goal. That's how you get your foot in the door.
I mean,
Well, that's the other side of the game, Kev. There's two routes you can take.
That's-
There's two roads diverging in forest.
Dude, that would be cool. You could have like a whole taper like leg of the story, right? Like where you get better
Yeah.
equipment and you like upgrade, and then you like
You're
you
like the
distribute your
spy.
tapes and shit.
You're the
Yeah.
It's
spy.
kind of like a
because-
choose your own adventure. Which way do you want
Right.
to go? Do you want to go this way? Do you want to go that way?
I think it'll be fun to have a narc mode too.
Right. You can go the narc route. Like, when you get the options, you choose the narc people out. You've been
bust
recruited by the
everybody
NYPD. You're like a buzz cut, but with like a tie dye and a hemp necklace, but like you're clean shaven with the buzz cut.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Hello, fellow hippies. I'm here to watch this drug band.
Let's
Please pass
party.
the marijuana over.
Break out a hacky sack.
Hacky sack. The
I hope
boomsticks.
they play the line tonight. Oh,
Mind letting me know when to distribute these glow sticks through the crowd.
And like it depends on like what kind of show you go to, like what your options are. Like
then
if you're gonna go to like a Disco's Biscuit show, like it's gonna be like a Molly based.
you got to look for KO Molly, right?
Oh no, there's have to be expansion packs. Like you start off with like the standard fish run, right? But then you can get like the biscuits Molly add-on pack.
And the string cheese pack.
Well, and each tour is different too. Summer tour, fall tour. You got to prepare for like the
amount of
the outdoor
expansion
venues.
packs are fucking endless. Like this is a
Fall
really good.
Great.
Fall tour, you need hotels and stuff.
So
Fall
Summer
tour is
tour,
like
you
the
need
advanced
stuff.
level shit. Summer's the beginners. Once you get to like fall and winter, it's fucking really hard.
This is, yeah. I think we've found a new whole thing to do here.
yeah.
Wait, we should do a
So-
choose your own adventure live. I
We
feel like this,
should.
I had deja vu. Did we discuss this already?
We did discuss
did
that.
So
We
we're
talked
doing
about
a
making multiple videos was the whole thing.
yeah, we're right in the middle of a double. I'm sure at least a handful of people watching have been there with us. I'm not sure who, but last night we did the lot before that banging ass Island Tour show. Then T and I were backstage producing for Missy and Baker, who had a phenomenal episode. Abby and what was her name? Paige's new shirt. Lauren or I forget her name, but Paige's new shirt was on with them. That if you haven't seen that episode
was great.
It was fucking brilliant. Now we're here on Live, and then after this show, in about an hour, we're gonna have a brand new Marvel show. What is it called? Panels and Frames.
Panels and frames. You named
Panels
it.
and
And
frames.
you can't remember what it's called.
Like, that's not a good name
It's
for a
your
show.
baby. I know.
It's a great name for a show. It really is. I mean, I think it totally nails what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's just nerdy enough that it like kind of weeds out like the casual. I'm all about inclusiveness with wook+ and like the really specific fish wook content, but I don't mind being a little more gatekeeping with Marvel. Fuck them.
Where would one find that show?
Right here on wook+.
That's this
plus-
show.
What?
Yes,
Wook+.
Plus. That would be
Plus,
Wook+.
okay.
Plus.
Oh, plus.
Yeah.
Plus. I forgot about that. Thank you, Llama.
.com.
Llama, keeper of records right there. See?
Yep.
Proving his worth always.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it out now so I remember. Word of the day.
Plus.
There we go.
There you go.
Gentle reminder. Yeah. And then so there's a new Twitter account for that too. You can find it on any one of our accounts. And the Marvel bracket will actually be on there because I know some of you like Makita and Llama, but mostly Makita just will bitch if I put it on my account or on the wook+ account. Like they're gonna it'll be relentless, endless bitching, and I want to isolate it. So you can follow this new account for the new show if you're into it, and if you're not into it, mute it, whatever. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the three of us, me, T, and Kev, and then Harley's gonna be joining us. So it'll be a four piece.
Wait a second. If you're bringing a female voice in, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, well, not only is it a female voice, but it's an expert voice. I mean, she is very knowledgeable, has incredible takes. And actually, Kevin's pretty well versed in this. I think T and I are more casual when it comes to the comic book content, but the idea of it is that T has the film experience and the cinematography and stuff, and I have a bit of graphic design and illustration experience. So we're hitting it from every angle, any aspect of this world we can hit. So
Nice
Any
stuff.
excuse to talk about film in any sort of way, I'm all in for. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking
Really fun.
forward to getting to like maybe not in the pilot tonight, but at some point some really pretentious conversations with you, T. Like I just want to like melt down and be like,
Oh, we'll get into some good melts for sure. All right, for sure.
I want to volunteer my services for the Dark Knight episode when you guys talk about that film.
Okay.
Because we'll
You
have a
were
DC episode because I'm the only DC fan. So you and me, Llama, we'll talk.
They
I like DC a little bit. I don't want to say I'm not like a fan. I just hate where the DC. Oh, dude, we can't do this right now. Tune in later. We'll talk about this. I gotta keep the silos. When you do a double, you gotta keep things in the right.
Oh,
That's right. That's right. It's all a tease, though. It's just tune in later and
It is.
listen.
My kid, my oldest, when she was 3, had her birthday cake as Heath Ledger's Joker. That was her favorite character,
Is
and her
that-
birthday cake was
Is Dark Knight that old?
yeah.
That's
14
crazy.
years.
I'll do you well. I'll do you one better too, Kev. My sister did Jack Nicholson's Joker back in Halloween when she was a little
Oh,
too.
nice.
Like my mom made the whole costume and painted her whole face and was that Joker for Halloween. One
Who
year.
was the
I gotta
best
find these
Joker?
pictures.
Heath Ledger.
Heath,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Even though
They were,
she
you
was
know,
pretty good.
Jack Nicholson.
Caesar Romero. Wasn't that his name? Caesar Romero. The old Batman series.
Yeah.
I tell you, Jared Leto is pretty good. That trailer
Leto?
at
Is
the
it
end
Leto
of,
or Leto? It's Leto, right?
Leto, at the end of Justice League.
God damn!
Yeah,
I need
that was the
somebody to
best part he had, was
chronicle
that
the way
that.
Kev says certain words.
We have
Because I
Leto
swear
pizza.
there's a game in there.
We have Leto Pizza here. And that's why I pronounce it. It's spelled the same. And Leto Pizza is square because they don't cut corners.
It's Kev Bonix.
Kev Bonix.
So the game will be set up. It'll be like, here's the word. And we'll bring guests and we'll be like, did Kev get it right? And then we'll play a recording of Kev saying it. And like the point of the game is like, did Kev say Jared Leto right? You know, and of course you get it wrong. So you have to guess if he said it right or not. That'd be fucking hilarious. I would love to do that game. I would fucking love to do that game.
Can we call it? Wait. What did Kev say?
wait. What did Kev say?
What did Kev say? Oh god!
I got in
man.
trouble with a client earlier for not pronouncing Lancaster County, Pennsylvania correctly. It's
That's
Oh, I
where the-
live by
that's where
Lancaster.
the
How did you
Pennsylvania
say
juice
it?
are.
I said it like out here because we have a Lancaster, California. So I said it like Lancaster, and they're like, no, it's like Lancaster or Lancaster. Like it's a I don't know,
Lancaster.
the East.
Oh, that's
yeah,
just a douchey. That's douchey.
I know, and that's what I said too. I was like, it's just your dialect, man. I don't have an East Coast.
Yeah,
dialect.
that's
It was
different
this
than
whole-
saying what Kev
Like Kevin
what
does,
Kev
right.
does.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where the Pennsylvania Dooch live.
So
Wait. What did Kev say?
see, that's the problem though. Is we should have let him in on
Pronunciation.
this because now he's gonna play it up. He's gonna. It's so much better when it's just organic and he doesn't even realize. What was
I'll
the
forget
fucking?
by tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, this
Oh.
is a good comment actually. I forgot about that. That was
I was
that's a good
thinking
one
Mark
from the
Hamill's animated
Good call.
Joker.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah,
It was animated.
absolutely.
It wasn't real. It wasn't. They didn't have to do the makeup. If you're animated, you're just a voice.
You don't
Yeah,
know
but he
that.
did a really
could've
good
went
job with it, though.
Full method.
He could have dressed up in the studio. That would be a great picture. I love
See,
that.
there we go.
I was just gonna
Dirty
share
Deeds,
that
that's
too.
what we're
That's so
Yeah.
good.
That's it. Perfect.
It's
Thank
so
you.
good. Fuck, man. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, did I tell you guys that I got we actually got a voicemail on the Wook line.
Nice.
All right.
All right, let me see if I can share this. I haven't figured out how to do it properly, but we got I guess let me share this number real quick. So if you want to call in on the Wook line or leave us voicemails because we have voicemails, the number.
Damn it. I gotta fix
I
that.
hate when that happens.
So yeah, I guess here, let me see if I can bring this up. That's difficult.
Hi, Hogan's. I'm trying to open up a hot sauce company, but I don't have a slogan. There's got to be a better way.
Altman Slogans, Kevin Hogan with Hogan Slogans. You're opening a hot sauce company? I got a slogan for you. It'll burn you twice. We got boxes of slogans.
You need a slogan, you need it right now. Come on down. Hogan slogans. wook+live. Lessons from Llama. Lessons from Llama. You might learn something new. Maybe not. Lessons from Llama.
Hello, and welcome to Llama's Lessons. Today, we're going to learn about the pick. You take the pick and place it between your finger and thumb, like so, and then move it on the strings. And that has been today's Llama's Lesson. Thank you for watching.
You just heard a lesson from Llama. Yeah. Llama. Wook plus live.
Great, you gotta get your shirt off though.
Oh, boy. There it is.
My hair looks like I've been in space.
I'm in space.
And now,
Wait,
heads
we should lobby the chat.
Tell us what to do.
Tell us what to do. I gotta take off. Take off the
heads in space.
This way. That way. Might have put the thing on my chair.
Heads in space.
This is gonna be super dope. It's gonna be great. You gotta tune in tomorrow.
You don't even know. You're all behind the scenes now. It's our first crossover event.
Technology's crazy. Can you imagine if you just tuned in for the first time to the live? You're like, what the fuck? These looks.
Heads in space. Wook plus live.
It's time for our newest segment, Playing on Plus.
Plus.
Who's going first? Lava.
I'll go first. I
All
got
right, take-
Paramount Plus, and now
Paramount.
streaming. And now streaming on Paramount Plus are such shows as iCarly, The Real World, Homecoming in New York with the original cast. Camp Corral, I'm looking at the thing, Paw Patrol, which I'm very excited about, and of course SpongeBob SquarePants, all streaming now on Paramount Plus.
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 Plus. I have the Apple TV Plus, and streaming on Apple TV Plus is a heartwarming tale of Ted Lasso, an American football coach coaching a Premier League soccer team, hoping to avoid relegation. And that's what's streaming on Apple Plus.
Plus.
I got Discovery Plus, and we got great stuff. Amy Schumer learns to cook, uncensored, whatever that is. And we got BattleBots, the Bounty Hunters, whatever that is, and House Hunters, Comedians on Couches, Unfiltered, which sounds like a Seinfeld ripoff, and that is Discovery Plus.
Plus. And over on Disney Plus, there's a bunch of Marvel shit going on. If you want to hear more about it, tune in later to Panels and Frames on Wook+. Plus. That has to be the dumbest fucking bit ever.
I'm very well rounded in my TV watching.
And it just came after Heads in Space, and I still maintain it's the dumbest bit ever.
We will have a
shout
bracket
out
at some
to
point.
Shout out to Andy. Hey,
Best.
I was just gonna say Andy Michaels did the voiceover for Heads in Space, and we are going to be doing that bit every week. So if you hate it, I'm sorry. This probably isn't the channel for you.
And the worst part is I wasn't able to green screen my chair yesterday because we did it live and I was thrown into disarray doing it. So I really fucked it up. So
I like the crossover though with the double
I do too.
double.
Yeah.
You see how I edited it so like you could see the transition in.
Maybe we can all be on like a row team rowing to the lot.
There we go.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I can get Harvard.
there you go.
Crew.
You can.
Crew.
I'd
They
have
got
to
a good
figure
row
that
team.
out. I had to row once. and
Now on Wook Plus rowing content. You thought you were pissed about the Marvel content. Wait until we break down the rowing competition.
Sports coming soon to Wook Plus.
I always wanted
Football,
to be the guy who sat at the front of the boat and was like stroke or whatever.
Love
He
the way
said.
Kevin
Yes,
said
With the
that.
megaphone.
we could do like a Peloton version of like that.
Wait, does Peloton have a rowing machine too?
No, they don't.
They should.
That's why we have a Wook Plus rowing machine.
That's why we.
And my job here is done.
Oh, you motherfucker!
It's in R&D right now.
I just spit wine all over all my shit. Oh man, excuse me.
Oh, that was good. That was like making Skoy cry last night. No, I'm about to cry.
I like it.
Nice job, Llama. Good work.
I can never do the Peloton. My mom bought a rowing thing once, and she set it outside my bedroom in the basement, like the next room over. And I would look at that thing every morning and be like, I am not fucking sitting at that thing and rowing.
That was a perfect miss, Llama. God damn, well done.
You're welcome.
I just misted my mic stand and my cell phone with my brand new Wook Plus cell phone case that you can get at wookplus.com/merch.
If you don't think I'm not going to be able to edit that and rewind that in slow motion, if you spitting
will
that
be
out for
on
next
the-
week's show,
That will be
yeah,
on the
blooper reel.
Another crumb on next week's credits.
that will be on
This
What's
week's
Gone
bloopers.
Wild.
Oh god
That
damn
was
it.
so good.
Available everywhere.
I guess that's the risk we run. Oh shit, it's on the mic itself. That's the risk we run doing this shit live.
Wiping its mouth in the whole roll of paper.
Holy fuck, man.
Damn it.
Oh god, that was funny as shit. We should get a rowing machine though.
Oh God. I mean, we could just,
No.
we could just fake it.
God. Oh, that was too good.
So did everybody
Because you had it up on your face though when you were leaning forward.
did everybody make it through the show last night?
Yeah, we made it through the show and the after show.
No,
It
I
was a
mean
great
the damn show. Did we everybody watch the show? What'd you guys think? Had you all ever heard it before?
Yeah, it was fucking terrible, man. I hate 98 Fish. They're the fucking worst.
Very nice. Very nice.
No, it was a great show.
I like the brother. I like the
brother too. Yeah, the brother was phenomenal.
Ghost.
It was upsetting though because like I try to, in a weird way, like I get where young Ryan's at, right? Like he's never has or will see that live, and like I'm in the same boat, but it's different. They don't play like that anymore. Like if you're being completely honest with yourself, like they're still great, and I still fucking love it, but I've never seen that band live play like that. It's like a whole different band. It's fucking phenomenal.
This is true. This is true. What do you think, Lama?
I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching it. It's hard to believe that I was alive and didn't get to see that in person.
You were only 3, right? Or 13, 14, 15? You were a young buck.
Yeah, I was young for sure. I was definitely 98.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might have been freshman year of high school.
Right. So you were old enough to know better, but young enough to resist.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but you got into it. Wasn't that you couldn't go; it's that you weren't into it yet, right?
Yeah, right,
Didn't you
right.
get
I wasn't
exposed to it
Right.
later in life.
He was talking
Yeah.
about the trade. What was that record you were talking about last night?
Shine.
Shine. That's right.
I thought that was a
fast.
fascinating story. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never met anyone that got into it through that avenue, which is it's cool that you did.
Yeah.
I love Cayman Review. I don't know why Fish doesn't do that one, but they do Mr. Completely. I don't get that.
You don't like Mr. Completely?
It's not that I don't like it. I would rather hear Cayman Reveal.
I guess that's a good question. Like because there's a handful of songs by Tab that's never crossed over to Fish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and But some do. I wonder what qualifies.
I don't think you can pull off. I mean, they could pull off anything they want to, but I think Cayman Review needs tab. Like, I don't think that
Needs
would
the
work.
horns. It has to have the
Yeah.
horns and the.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And they're
Like,
different.
to a woman.
Having the percussionist and the drummer is way different than Fishman too. It's like a whole different groove he sets up.
And he
Although
plays,
Fish is talented enough to pull off something.
he plays a different kind of drums, the guy in tab, than Fishman, right? You would say?
Style wise,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Fishman's almost jazz and light, and that guy seems a lot more rock.
Well, it depends who you're comparing him to. He's more rock than Fish, but like compared to somebody like Bill Kreutzmann or something, like he's still super jazzy. I think Trey, Trey likes the drummers that are more, delicate. Piper.
What style drummer are you, Wook?
Terrible.
So you're punk.
Yeah, no, I'm like if you took a Bill Kreutzmann or Bono style, like that's like heavier, trying to play Fish. So it sounds like a bag of stones falling down the stairs, basically.
How did your jam session go? Did you do that?
It was like a month or two. It's good. I was a little rusty. It's hard. I haven't set up the new set or my kit up yet since we moved, so I hadn't played in a couple months. But
Does that burn your arms? Like getting back into it after a while? I just see drumming as like these muscles hurting your legs, your mid.
You play with the smaller the muscle, the faster it is the general rule. So if you're playing like this, you're using bigger muscles and it's going to go slower. If you want to play fast, you use these muscles, right? Like that's how like you hold the stick and you use these to go really fast. But my hands would cramp up after like 2 hours of playing because like I don't play at all anymore. And it's weird muscles. You don't use them for anything else. I shouldn't say anything else, but
I'm always amazed at Fishman. You look at that guy and I'm like, yeah, that's somebody I'd be drinking beer with on the couch. And he gets up there for 3 hours and he's fucking in better health than fucking.
I love the stories that like he would play like a 4-hour gig and then go and everybody be doing like the after party. He'd still be playing, right? Like he'd be practicing right up until the gig starts. Then he'd play a full show and then he'd go back and sit at his kit. Like he just loves it that much that no matter what anyone else is doing, no matter what else is going on, he just wants to sit down in his kit and play. Like that's the level of passion you need to be that good at something.
Yeah.
You're going to have to introduce Piper there, too.
I guess people don't know Piper. Yep, this is Piper. She's in the opening credits this week with me that Tim did an awesome job drawing. But yes, this is Piper.
And
she is a very sweet dog.
She's not digging the picture. She's like, it's not my best light.
She just wants attention and to lead on me. That's all.
Piper in Space was fun too. She's been
Piper in Space. That's right. She was the credits last week too.
Nice. She's
she always turns up.
The sixth member of wook+.
That's right. She's our PA.
Our PA. There you go.
I'm afraid to drink wine now. I'm like super timid because I don't want to spit it out.
You remember on old 80s sitcoms how they'd have like those remember episodes?
From when I was a kid, you mean?
Yeah, where like the screen would go woo 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 and then like a flashback.
Yeah.
Like Family Ties Plus?
I feel like now would be a good time for one of those.
That sounds like you're setting up a great bit that we don't have prepared, and I feel really bad about it.
We need wavy screens right now.
Yeah, we need some wavy screens.
We have no other bits prepared. This is it.
You know how I figured out? I figured out a way for us to do wavy screens. We all get a blowtorch and hold it up in between us and the camera, and then it'll have the wavy screen.
Oh yeah, that's not
that sounds safe as hell, Kev. That's real guerrilla filmmaking there.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get that effect? Oh, we used the blowtorch.
I
in front of our
agree.
faces.
Saved by the Bell used to rock those scenes.
Yeah.
By the way, has anybody watched the new Saved by the Bell on Peacock Plus?
No.
Peacock Plus?
But the thing is, they only give you the first episode for free, and then they charge you for the other one. So, like,
I'm not getting any more
I
subscriptions.
thought Squiggly died, or whoever that guy was.
Screech?
Squiggly.
Next
Wait,
time on.
what-
Wait,
what
what?
did-
What
what
did
did
Kev
Kev
say? Kev, who is
Squiggly?
That's another
I'm
segment.
confusing him with the guy from
Squiggy
Laverne and
from Laverne and
Shirley.
Shirley.
And yes, I'm mixing him together with Screech.
Two sitcoms that were like decades apart,
Just a couple years apart.
and states too. One was set in Wisconsin, and one was
Not
in
not in
LA.
Kev's mind though.
Samir
Kev's mind.
Samazel.
Oh God, could you imagine what Kev's mind looks like?
There's this place called Nowhere in the Marvel Universe. That's probably it.
Oh, good.
Yes, Lenny and Squiggly. Thank you, Steely Tom.
Oh, it was Squiggy, not Squiggly. It was Squiggy.
Squiggy.
Yeah, Squiggy.
So, what did Laverne drink? What was her drink of choice?
Didn't they? Well, where'd they work? Didn't they work at the bottle factory?
It wasn't a beer. Milk
Wine.
and Pepsi. She would mix milk
Pepsi.
and Pepsi. That was a running joke in the show. Yeah, Wook is like, what the fuck are
That's
you talking
fucking disgusting. You can only mix milk with chocolate. That is the only acceptable solution. Maybe that strawberry shit.
Okay.
Nestle Quick.
Nestle strawberry quick, yeah, but
Protein powder.
chocolate or vanilla protein powder.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not
Coffee.
But Pepsi, definitely not, or Dr.
definitely
Pepper,
not.
or any.
Pepsi.
sort
Oh
of
yeah,
Coke product.
coffee. All right, that was a terrible take. You're right.
But carbonated, adding a carbonated thing to it, then you end up with like a milk soda. You know,
It's gross.
yeah, it's a little weird. But hey, Laverne, she wasn't the. Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
good
Might
job,
have
Kev.
someone.
Good job.
Did we ask Kev what he was gonna say, or did we let himself
No,
sense
we
it?
let
Let
it
him
go.
go. Let
Yeah,
him
we
go.
let it
go.
go.
Because if he's censoring himself, it was not going to
Right.
be good.
Right? How bad? But now I kind of.
I
How
was
bad?
gonna
would
say
it be?
Shirley-
The after
I was
show
gonna
is
say
for.
Shirley was more attractive than Laverne.
Laverne.
Is what I was going to say, and I didn't want anybody who's a Laverne lover to be like, "Fuck you, dude."
That's
You
the
know?
line. That's why I was wondering where Kev's line was. It's people who love Laverne. He doesn't want to offend them.
I do not want to defend the Penny Marshall.
There are
people.
so many groups of people you don't give a shit about offending, but the Laverne lovers, fuck, you gotta protect them.
But he really cut himself there. That's good.
It's a line I won't cross. God help me.
Good for you,
Oh.
Kev.
I
don't
I
know.
found out an interesting fact, by the way. Did you know that Victor Wooten, Mickey Hart, and myself have the same birthday?
Wow.
No.
I was listening to Comes a Time, and we nailed that award because they were a great podcast when we gave them the Wookiee for, but they've gotten so much better. Fenoya and O'Teal, they're killing it. And that was I really connected with that episode. Like, I actually sent him a note because I never do that with anybody because I'm like, oh, it's a podcast, whatever. But like this one that episode with Victor Wooten was a great fucking episode. And I learned that I have the same birthday as them.
I got fucking Yoko Ono was born the same day as me. The fuck? I broke up the Beatles. I fucking.
That's not how that works, Kev. You know that,
that's
right?
yeah. I mean,
No, I'm saying Yoko broke up the Beatles.
You know what
I
the
have-
question now is how long do we let this go and sputter? Do we push on to the day or?
Oh, you're saying that you want to dip out and then we'll come back and do the Marvel show in a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we had a guest can't get sick, so I think it's fine.
Surely,
Yeah.
look, Steely Tom knows their last names. I would not know that. Even though DeFazio, was she related to Fonzie, Steely Tom?
I believe that's how they got introduced in Happy Days.
Is that how they
Wasn't it,
worked their
I
way
think
in?
the crossover of the spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I did not realize. I guess I did know that because there was a Happy Days episode when they went to visit with the. I do not know.
Do you guys think of the 70s as 30 years ago?
No.
I think of the 70s
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know if that's
And-
just me, but like
no, and my buddy
the
and
60s
watched
were
Rambo
40 years
2.
ago, the 70s were 30 years ago, and the 90s were 30 years ago, and it's
You
just
kind of
like
skip the 10s.
Dude,
You just skip the 10s.
80s. The 80s were 40 years ago. Like Rambo 2 came out in like
Right.
80 2 or something. My buddy ever watching the other night, and we're like, "That's like 40 years ago." That's
When
really
I hit
depressing.
my
Like, I still look at the 80s as like 20 years ago. Not
when
40.
I hit 30 years out of high school, I was scared. I was like, wow, 30 years since I was in high school. And I had all these people saying, you coming to the reunion? And I was like, fuck no, I'm not coming to the reunion.
Somebody wants chat trivia. Oh,
Chat trivia.
not Skoy, Sean. The other serious Sean.
So they want us to ask them a trivia question?
we
and
should
see
have
who answers it?
Skoy and other Sean come on.
I got
the
some.
show.
I got some questions.
I'm not
Battle of
convinced
the
that's not
Seans.
Skoy. No, I want. I have. All right, you have a question. I have a question
yeah.
too. You go first.
What song has Fish closed the first set with the most?
Squirm and Coil.
Walls of the Cave.
Oh, that's a good guess.
What'd you say?
Walls of the Cave.
Wait, are we putting this to the chat or are we?
I think
guessing?
Well, I'm waiting for the chat to answer too.
Chat hasn't responded.
Well, there's like a 10-second delay, man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, neither one of you got it right.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
the
say
Sean episode.
Antelope.
We could call it Shaun of the Dead, right? Because that's an original idea.
Yeah.
That's never been done.
Yeah.
No,
Never.
it is not character zero. It is not you enjoy myself. I think Travis could nail this one if he really thought about it.
I said
Piper?
antelope, but I don't know.
Oh, did you say antelope? I didn't.
I
hear
said
you say
antelope. I said antelope.
Antelope is the correct answer. So let me give you a follow up. What song is closed
Please
the
do.
second set more than any song?
Golgi.
Chalk Dust Torture.
This will blow your mind.
Oh boy.
The Horse.
No. Good answer, Lon.
Coil.
Like coil. I was gonna say coil.
No, antelope.
And
Oh, Good
nice.
trick question, Kev.
Nice.
Wow.
We
I
should.
discovered
We
that
should find
studying
another
up the
boomer to
other day.
play Stump the Boomer so that we could put you in charge of finding the questions because
Right.
apparently that's another skill you have.
Yeah.
I discovered that the other day researching for my win last night against Young Ryan.
Flex.
There you go.
I think it was Ben's that was like, "Oh, is the voicemail from Young Ryan plugging shit?"
These things happen. So what was your question, Tim? What you got?
Oh, I don't remember. It wasn't that good.
I love it.
Oh yeah. Sean, ask us a question.
Yeah, ask us a question, Sean.
He says he doesn't have one though, so anybody else can ask one.
26.2 minute antelope. There we go.
Kev, do you really love antelope? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, I mean I do really love antelope, but I had Bowie beating antelope, and I don't know if that's happened.
No, that's not gonna happen.
But when they yesterday's matchup, isn't that matchup over?
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't.
I think it is.
By the way, Makita keeps claiming that he beat both you and Young Ryan yesterday at the match. So
okay.
I think he's just trying to get in on having a
We'll have to-
challenge
we'll
match
have
with
to
you
go-
guys.
We'll have to get an intern to run back through the chat and see if he really did answer the question.
Oh, Ben's Dawn from Female Centrics came down with a sickness, a disease. Unfortunately, I'm making this sound really awkward. She's sick.
She was
I'm
DWD.
sorry.
Yeah, no, like you really, you just couldn't
Let's
make it.
make it off.
She's just not feeling well. I talked to her. She's okay. She's just really sneezy, and I shouldn't improv those things. I should have a written statement. I'd be like, she is
And just
not
post it.
feeling
You
well.
don't
She
even
will
have to
be on
read
our
it.
show later.
You're like CNN, just post it.
That's why we're not a news program. I would be really bad at that. Down with the sickness. What was the question you were? Oh, yeah. Lope beat Bowie 55-45. So,
Ooh, wow.
you know what was really way tighter than I thought it would be was Divided Sky versus Lizards.
And
Oh,
Lizard
good.
won, didn't it?
Andy sent you.
No,
a
Sky
question.
won.
Oh, really? Divided Sky pulled it out?
Which
Because when I
one's
last looked,
only
they were up by
appearance
51.
from 11/27/98 to 3/8/09 was a tech rehearsal. Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, who's going to answer? I'm not going to answer. I have no
I have no fucking idea. Dog log.
All things reconsidered.
Come on.
Man, this delay makes this super anticlimactic.
Dun, 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 dun.
Russian.
been that.
East Coast Emo says down with disease. Good for her. Hot box.
No.
Famers were probably right because he's always right.
Fluffhead.
Leprechaun? I saw a leprechaun once.
Fluffhead.
The song, not the thing. The song, not the
Okay,
thing.
good.
No.
I thought you were going to say the thing.
Yeah, pot of gold, the whole 9 yards. It was great.
I would like to offer my resignation and give up.
Can somebody
Yeah,
Tell us, Andy.
You could just
Tell us,
tell
Andy.
us.
Somebody Google this.
I thought Llama was quitting Wook Plus, and I was like, "Fuck, we're so screwed."
He's giving his notice.
You're the
on
only
air
one
at
that
the end
knows
of the
what time
show.
we go on.
That
Where'd
would be
my
the way
file
to go
go?
out.
Does anybody see my file?
Sanity?
Sanity. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, I read the
Sanity.
chat.
Yes,
Everybody
Andy
else
said
did.
sanity. Good job. Thank you, Andy, for making us all look like idiots. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't like this.
We love you. There, that was
Chat
Patrick
trivia is a
Learner's
terrible
territory.
idea. The delay
Yeah.
makes it really awkward.
Unless they submit them ahead of time, and then
Yeah,
we
they have to
have
submit
them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So message us at Wook Plus
But you
or
can
at
only-
Llama.
Ghost Llama.
Ghost Llama.
Ghost Llama.
At Llama.
Wait, what?
G-Llama.
I'm volunteering you to take trivia questions.
How'd that happen?
I
was
don't
sitting here
know.
minding my own.
That's what
Well,
happens.
I knew T wasn't gonna do it, and I wasn't gonna do it.
That's all these things.
All right, I'll take questions.
But yes, if
Randy
anybody
Alexander
emails,
is Milk and Brandy. Well, Milk and Brandy or Milk and Kahlua is a lot different than Milk and Pepsi. They're a color smeller.
What'd you call him?
Color smeller. That was their name.
Oh.
Well, that's the only thing I know this person as is color smeller. Apparently, they like olfactory hues.
I can name the 6 whistling
there
songs.
you go. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
Uh, I think. Well, Reba. Oh shit, that's all I got.
Coyote.
I've done this before. We wrote this
Coyote.
article on Wook Plus.
Coyote.
What?
Coyote.
Yeah, Coyote. Fuck, man. I shouldn't have
Something
been
beneath
so
your feet?
confident.
Something beneath your feet.
is ass handed? Is there whistling and ass?
No,
handed?
let me lie, maybe.
Dirt.
Dirt, yeah, dirt. For sure.
That's
Fuck, I
about
wish I
what
didn't take
got.
down
How about-
weekendbook.com because we definitely wrote this article back on the old website.
How about sleeping monkey? Is there whistling? in there?
Do they whistle? It has that Hey
Those
Jude
ain't
ending.
screams,
Dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun. They're going to miss one for sure. Thanks, fam. We love you too, buddy.
There's that support.
I always got your back, man. I always got your back.
I think we're at 3.
We're at 3, yes. Thank you, Scott. Yes.
Plus,
There you go.
Plus,
You enjoy myself? Does that count because they whistle
sometimes vocal jams.
No. I was told no. Unless that knows from something else.
No, there's one that they whistle in the studio version that they never whistle in the live version, but it counts as one of the 6, but I can't remember what it is. I think it was on like Round Room, maybe.
Yeah, we said Coyote.
Yeah, we said Coyote, of course. Come on.
That was the first one our dumbasses thought of besides Reba.
second. Yeah, Reba.
But they only whistle for Reba sometime.
It still counts.
Llama, we should look up the old Wook account and post the article from weekendwook.com back on wookplus.com on the Wook blog.
Why don't you look it up right now?
All
So
right.
you don't look
I
like
am,
shit?
man. I'm trying to do it subtly.
He's stalling,
Hey,
Kev. Don't call him out. Like, we're
God
trying-
damn, Kev.
He's
I bet you
stalling
Maki-
for time here.
I bet Makita learned
Dude, I bet you-
this through
I bet
the
you,
Wook article.
Kev, did you remind your teachers that they forgot to give homework?
No, I did not.
You,
do
you
that.
seem like that kid.
Running out of
I
time,
was a
a
horrible
connection, and Round Room.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
And Round Room is the one I think that they whistle on the studio version, but not on.
Oh, okay.
I got suspended 6 times in 6th grade, and then I was expelled. So that
All right,
was.
I think we're
Hey,
gonna
Tim,
wrap
has
this
has
up.
there ever been a tie in the brackets, Tim?
No,
because it automatically picks.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
If you go on your app on your phone, it'll say that it's tied, but if you go on the computer, it'll break it down to decimal points.
And they'll go deep.
These polls have
600, 700.
no. All these polls are 1,000 plus.
Right. So it's hard to hit 500, 500.
No, Makita, you didn't write that shit. I wrote that shit like 3 years ago, motherfucker.
Makita said he wrote that shit.
I should have called Makita on the show.
You should have.
When Dawn was like, "Hey, I'm sick," I'd be like, "Oh, it's okay. I know Makita. That'd be great. Be a great guest. He'll ask us really awkward questions, and we'll just nail it."
What time are we back with
Half hour. Let's take a half-hour break. 9:30.
Half-hour
We're
break.
gonna get nerd out on Marvel.
Back with Harley.
Back with
I-
Harley.
Tune in for Harley if nothing else.
Right, so I can't whistle. I bit my tongue when I was younger, and I can't whistle.
I'm not surprised.
It happens. See
right,
you
bye,
guys
guys.
soon.
All right, thanks for watching. That was a good
right.
show. All right, guys.